Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm Yahudah being Israel. I'm a Hebrew servant of the Most High Yahweh. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise and worship to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Now, today's topic is circumcision. One of the brothers, wanted to go over that. Two of the brothers wanted me to talk about circumcision today, so I'm going to talk about circumcision to let you know that the Almighty is not playing with the means, and let you know how serious it is. You got to be circumcised no matter what, and I'm gonna prove beyond a shadow of doubt that this is a fact. If you ain't circumcised before you leave this world, you're in trouble with the Most High Yah. I pity for you. I feel sorry for you if you don't have it did, man or child. Okay. But now, let me start off in Genesis. Oh yeah, another thing. The reason why I'm not going live today is because our internet service is down, and hopefully next weekend our internet service will be up and running so I can go live. Next week I'm gonna start from like 12 o'clock to about 1. That's when I'm gonna start. Anywhere around 12 to 1, I'm gonna start next week. That's why I'm gonna start, going live. But the only reason why today I'm not going live is because my internet service is down. So I sure wanted to go live, but okay, but I'll see y'all. Like I said, we'll talk next weekend. But like I said, I'm gonna get back to this topic about being circumcised. I want to start off in the book of Genesis, the 17th chapter and the first verse.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, Yahweh appeared to Abram.
Who did he appear to in the New Testament? Show me that. I need to see that. Now he appeared to Abram. Read.
And said unto him, I am the Almighty Elohim, walk before me and be thou perfect.
Now he told Abram to walk before him and be thou perfect.
And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face, and Elohim talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations.
Now let's find out what this covenant is. This is a covenant now. Read.
Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham, for a father of nations have I made thee.
Now the Almighty Yahweh changed the man's name in the Old Testament. Show me who name did he change in the New Testament. That's another. Read.
And I will make thee exceeding fruitful, and I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee and their generations for an everlasting covenant.
Meaning this gonna be an everlasting covenant, meaning never gonna end. This covenant.
To be a Elohim unto thee and to thy seed after thee. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their Elohim.
All right, that's in the future now.
And Elohim said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore.
He told Abraham to keep his covenant, therefore.
Thou and thy seed after thee.
And all your children after your children after your children. Talking about us now today. Read.
And their generations.
Generation, there it is. We're supposed to keep this covenant now. Check it out.
This is my covenant, which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised.
The book said every man child on this earth shall be circumcised. It's talking about every man, not some men, all men. Read.
And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin.
This is the flesh of your foreskin that's on your penis. Not your heart. This is only talking about the penis. I know about the circumcised heart, but I'm not talking about the circumcised heart. I'm talking about the penis. This is what this is talking about. Read.
And it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you, and he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you.
Whoever's 8 days old around you should be circumcised.
Every man child in your generations.
It said every man child.
He that is born in the house.
I don't care if you was born in a house.
Or bought with money.
You bought somebody paid for a child for some money.
Of any stranger.
It don't care if you're a Chinese, Mexican, Puerto Rican, or a white man, or any stranger.
Which is not of thy seed.
Which ain't no Israelite, which is not no Israelite. That's what this is saying.
He that is born in thy house, and he that is bought with thy money, must needs be circumcised.
Must need to be circumcised. This is the man from Yahweh for a man to be circumcised. He is not playing about his circumcision. Read.
And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant.
This is the covenant in your flesh, at your foreskin, on your penis. That's what this is talking about. This is a heavy, deep subject, and the Almighty Yahweh say what he mean, and he mean what he say. Read.
And the uncircumcised man child whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant.
So when your soul is cut off from your people, that means you ain't gonna be in the Holy Land. That means you going to hell. You ain't gonna be with the children of Israel. Not in Jerusalem, not on Mount Zion, not in Israel. You ain't gonna be there. Now read that again. Now this was gonna happen to all men that didn't get circumcised. Read.
And the uncircumcised man child whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised,
is not circumcised,
that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant.
You have disobeyed the Most High Yahweh covenant when you don't be circumcised. I don't care if you don't know, forgot or didn't. It don't matter. Relevant. You better be circumcised. This is the man from Yahweh. Read.
And Elohim said unto Abraham, As for Sarai thy wife, thou shalt not call her name Sarai, but Sarah shall be her name.
Now, the Almighty Elohim changed Sarah's name to Sarah. Read.
And I will bless her.
And he said he gonna bless her. That's Abraham's wife.
And give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations.
Her name means the mother of nations.
Kings of people shall be of her.
And that's what King Solomon, King David, King Saul, everybody came from this woman. On down in the future.
Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old?
He's asking the Almighty a question, and he watch this.
And shall Sarah that is 99 years old bear?
That's how old they was when they had their first child.
And shall
Sarah did anyway. Right, read.
And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear? And Abraham said unto Elohim, Oh, that Ishmael might live before thee.
Now Ishmael was from Hagar, a different woman. That wasn't from Sarah. That Ishmael, his son, was from another woman. Read.
And Elohim said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed.
Your main woman, your main wife, gonna bear you a son indeed. The Most High talking to him.
And thou shalt call his name Isaac.
And his name gonna be called Isaac. Whenever he was born, the Almighty named him Isaac.
And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation.
Now these people here are the Ishmaelites. That's Bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, and all them Arab, Iran and Iraq, and all those people that's over there in the Middle East. That's who these people are. He blessed them, and that's Ishmael. That's the Ishmael seed of the Iran, Iraq, Turkey, and all overseas. That's who these people are. Read.
But my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
I'm gonna bless these Ishmaelites, them Iranians, with all that oil and all that good riches of the land. But my covenant gonna be with Isaac, your son by your wife, not Ishmael. Ishmael wasn't the covenant. They don't go Abraham, Ishmael, and Jacob. They go Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So Ishmael didn't get the covenant. He got the oil and the money over there. That's mean he's so rich. Almighty blessed him with the land of the riches, not the covenant. Read.
Which Sarah shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year.
This time next year, you're going to have a son, and I want you to name him Isaac. Read.
And he left off talking with him, and Elohim went up from Abraham.
He left from talking to Abraham.
And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house, and all that were bought with his money, every male among the men of Abraham's house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin in the selfsame day.
All the strangers in the foreign and everybody that was around in the land at that time, they got circumcised. Didn't care if you was a Puerto Rican, Mexico, Chinese, or a Gentile, you still got circumcised. That's what the book just said. Read.
As Elohim had said unto him.
As Yahweh had told him to do.
And Abraham was 90 years old and 9 when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin.
Now Abraham was 99 years old when he got circumcised. So what's somebody talking about if they 60, 70, 80 years old? No man, I ain't get circumcised. That's gonna hurt. Who after man? The Most High say get it done. If Abraham was 99 years old and was circumcised, that means you better be getting it done. Don't care how old you is. You ain't never too old to learn, and you ain't never too old to be circumcised. I'm talking to all the men in the world today. This ain't pertaining to no woman. It's only talking about men. Boys and men.
And Ishmael his son was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin.
Now he was 13 years old when he got circumcised. That was Ishmael. Read.
And the self same day was Abraham circumcised.
Abraham was circumcised at 99 years old, and his son Ishmael was 13 years old. So everybody in this world that used to be, they better get circumcised if they're not already. But because you ain't born circumcised. Every man on earth was born uncircumcised. You don't come on this in this world circumcised. You have to get circumcised. So if somebody say they was born circumcised, they are lie. You have to get circumcised. Read.
And Ishmael his son, and all the men of his house, born in the house, and bought with money of the stranger, were circumcised with him.
Everybody in the camp, everybody that was in the house, everybody that was on the land around that time had to be circumcised. It was a mandatory thing to do. So ain't no such thing as you ain't gonna get. Hey, I feel for you if you don't get circumcised. That's all I'm gonna say. The Most High mean what He say, and He say what He mean, and He is not playing about His covenant. That's the only way you gonna make it. If a man ain't circumcised, I don't care how much knowledge you got or what you know, you going straight to hell with. I think that it start with that. He ain't gonna even start having mercy and looking up on you until you get circumcised. You have to be circumcised. That's mandatory. Okay, go to Genesis 34. 34 and 15.
Genesis chapter 34, verse 15. But in this will we consent unto you, if ye will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised.
You say every male of you be circumcised.
Then will we give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people. But if ye will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then will we take our daughter, and we will be gone.
This was the thing, and you had to be circumcised.
And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son, and the young man deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father. And Hamor and Shechem his son came unto the gate of their city, and communed with the men of their city, saying, These men are peaceable with us. Therefore let them dwell in the land, and trade therein. For the land, behold, it is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only herein will the man consent unto us for to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us be circumcised, as they are circumcised.
Well, that's the only way they can lie with those women. They had to be circumcised, right? That was the plan.
Shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us. And unto Hamor and unto Shechem his son hearkened all that went out of the gate of his city.
Okay, that's all I needed. Okay. I'm just letting you know I'm proving the point that you have to be circumcised. Now let's go to Exodus. And let me show you what he did to Moses, because Moses forgot to circumcise his son. Let's read about that. Exodus 12. Let me see. Exodus 12 started at the Exodus 12 and 4, I think. Yeah, 4. I don't know if this is one, but that might be it. Exodus 4 and Exodus 4 and 24, I think. Exodus 4.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 24. And it came to pass by the way in the end that Yahweh met him and sought to kill him.
Now, this is the Almighty. Yeah, the Almighty had met Moses in the way, and he sought to kill him. Now, this is the reason why the Most High was going to kill Moses. Read, watch this.
Then Zipporah took a sharp stone.
Now, Zipporah is Moses' wife. Zipporah took a sharp knife. Watch this.
And cut off the foreskin of her son.
That was Moses' son and her son. She circumcised her own son because Moses did. Now, watch this. Read.
And cast it at his feet.
She took the skin and cast it at Moses' feet.
And said, Surely a bloody husband art thou to me.
That's what she talking to Moses, calling him a bloody husband out to me, because Moses knew he should have circumcised his son. Now watch this, read.
So he let him go. Then she said, A bloody husband thou art because of the circumcision.
Yeah, that's right, because she the one that had to circumcise him for Moses. But that means she did it. You know, she didn't have to, but she did it. She the one circumcised her son of Moses. Read.
And Yahweh said to Aaron, Go into the wilderness to meet Moses. And he went and met him in the mount of Elohim and kissed him.
Now, if she hadn't circumcised her son and threw the skin at his feet, the Almighty was finna kill Moses at this particular time. You know, this is heavy. That's meaning the Most High is not playing about his circumcision. It's mandatory to get it there. So now, if he was gonna kill Moses about not circumcising his son, okay, what you think he gonna do to you if you ain't circumcised? And he loved Moses. Okay, what verse is that?
28 now.
Okay, that's all I needed. Yeah, but I just want to prove a point about how the Most High was finna kill Moses for not circumcising his son at this time. Okay, let's go to Exodus 12. Still talking about circumcision in the Old Testament, but I'm gonna get in the New Testament too, and I'm gonna show you what they say about the circumcision. 12. 12 and 43, I think.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 43. And Yahweh said unto Moses and Aaron, This is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof.
It said, "Should no stranger eat thereof."
But every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him.
That's the only way he can eat unless he's circumcised. You got to circumcise before he can eat at the Passover. Read.
Then shall he eat thereof.
Then he gonna be able to eat. Read.
A foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof.
A foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof. Okay, that's what I'm talking about the circumcision. The Almighty is not playing about his circumcision. Yeah, I just wanted to get that point across about the circumcision. Okay, let's go to Joshua. Joshua 5. Joshua 5 and 2. Yeah, 2 and 8. 2 through 8.
Joshua chapter 5 verse 2. At that time Yahweh said unto Joshua,
Now the Almighty Yahweh talking told Joshua, talking to Joshua. Watch this, Joshua.
Make these sharp knives,
Make sharp knives.
and circumcise again the children of Israel the second time.
A second time.
And Joshua made him sharp knives, and circumcised the children of Israel at the heel of the foreskins. And this is the cause why Joshua did circumcise all the people that came out of Egypt that were males, even all the men of war, died in the wilderness by the way.
See, they died, read.
After they came out of Egypt. Now all the people that came out were circumcised.
All the people that came out were circumcised.
But all the people that were born in the wilderness by the way, as they came forth out of Egypt, that them they had not circumcised.
See, they was circumcised. The one that was in the wilderness, they was never circumcised. Okay. All right. Now let me go over to this New Testament and let's go to 1 Corinthians. Yeah, New Testament first. Now let's see what the New Testament got to say about circumcision. Let's see if this New Testament go with this Old Testament. See if it's gonna line up on line, doctor from doctor, here a little, there a little. Let's see now. As 1 Corinthians, I want chapter 7. Seven and 18.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 18. Is any man called being circumcised? Let him not become uncircumcised.
Right. Don't. In other words, the New Testament say don't get circumcised.
Is any called in uncircumcision? Let him not be circumcised.
Oh, that's what I mean. The New Testament say don't get circumcised, so it don't make no difference. Uncircumcised man, a circumcised man is only the same. That ain't nothing. That's a penis, though. Don't even worry about that. Right. Read.
Circumcision is nothing.
The New Testament say circumcised ain't about nothing. Don't pay that no attention to what the Old Testament just said. That ain't nothing. Read.
But and uncircumcision is nothing.
He said the circumcised man and the uncircumcised man is nothing. It ain't even about that. If you're circumcised, cool. If you're not circumcised, cool. It's not even about that. That's what this book is saying. Yeah.
But the keeping of the commandments of God.
What the New Testament is saying, regardless of whether you're circumcised or not, only thing matters is keeping the commandment. That is a commandment, fool. That's Paul talking. This is some of Paul's writings. These Paul words. He the one said this. Paul was talking. So this book in here is a lie. Anytime you see junk like this, you know this is a lie. He gonna talk about circumcision ain't about nothing. It's all about keeping the commandment. There was a commandment when the Most High told Abraham, every man child be circumcised, and he finna kill Moses for not circumcising his son. So this book over here lying. This book is 100% lie right now. Okay, go to Galatians. Galatians 5 and 2.
Galatians chapter 5 verse 2. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you, that if ye be circumcised, JC shall profit you nothing.
In other words, if you get circumcised and up here in the New Testament, that ain't profiting you nothing. So in other words, best to not be circumcised than to be circumcised. That's what this is saying. Now read that again. Now who's saying, who talking? Now read the whole thing again. Galatians what?
Behold,
No, Galatians
2.
what? The chapter.
Oh, Galatians chapter 5, verse 2. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you,
Paul said to you, this man, who was Paul? Paul ain't nothing. Y'all, he's talking about Paul said to you. In other words, whatever they said in Genesis, don't worry about that. Paul said to you, like he glorified himself. Read, watch what he say.
that if ye be circumcised,
Now, if you do like the Old Testament say, do get circumcised,
JC shall profit you nothing.
you ain't gonna profit because of that. In other words, don't get circumcised. That's what this book is saying. This book is crazy.
For I testify again to every man that is circumcised, that he is a debtor to do the whole law.
That's right, and you're right. You're supposed to do the whole law, fool. What is it all about? It's all about the law. It ain't about nothing else. It ain't about listening to what Paul, Peter, Luke, and John and JC say. It's all about Yahweh's laws. So you're a fool. Let's go to Galatians 6 and 15. This book here is retarded.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 15. For in JC neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision.
See, compare it. See, it's availing anything. Let's look up the word availing. Look up that word, availing.
Avail, to be of use or help, to have enough strength, force, etc., to accomplish a purpose, to benefit, to assist, as his efforts did not avail him.
So in other words, you ain't gonna benefit or nothing from being circumcised. It ain't gonna help you from being circumcised. Read that lie again, that big old lie.
To be
Galatians what? Galatians.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 15. For JC neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature.
But a new creature. Now y'all understand that this book is retarded and stupid still. Now y'all done read in the Old Testament what Yahweh commanded and said do. Then when you get over here to the New Testament, I Paul say unto you. Woo wop the bam, this, that, and the other. Man, come on, man. I'm showing you what the book say, and y'all still want to believe these lies. If you follow the New Testament, like I say, you going to hell. Just that simple. But this book speaks against the Old Testament. And the Almighty Word say it's going to stand forever. So I just wanted to get this point across about the circumcision. It's mandatory. See, all the Christians and the Messianics, they believe in the New Testament. So y'all ain't got to be circumcised. Cool. I mean, that's y'all prerogative. That's y'all, whatever y'all want to do. But and we're going to follow Yahweh over here in this Old Testament. That's what we're going to do. Mm. Let's go to Joshua. Yeah, dude. Let's see. Joshua 24 and start at the 15th verse.
Joshua chapter 24, verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh, choose you this day whom ye will serve.
Because it's going you see evil to talk. If you don't get circumcised, hey, you evil.
Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood,
And everybody in the New Testament serving a different God than we serve. Peter, Paul, Luke, and John, J.C., them old hillbillies, read.
or the gods of the Amorites,
The other nations, because the other nations didn't believe in being circumcised. The Amorites they didn't believe in being circumcised. Read.
in whose land ye dwell.
And we're in the United States, and these heathens don't believe in circumcision. Read. I done
But
talked to some, and they done told me that it wasn't circumcised, and they ain't gonna never get it did. I done talked, Gentiles have told me that they not circumcised, and they not gonna get circumcised. That's right. Them heathens told me that. Read.
But as for me and my house,
As for me and my house,
we will serve Yahweh.
that means we're going to do what Yahweh say up in here. I don't care what the Christians and the Muslims and the Messianics do or say. We're going to follow Yahweh, and Yahweh say get circumcised. That's all of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Isaiah. Okay. Isaiah 40 and 8.
Isaiah chapter 40, verse 8. The grass withereth,
The grass die,
the flower fadeth,
and the flower die.
but the word of our Elohim shall stand forever.
The words you just read in the Old Testament gonna stand forever. From Genesis to Malachi gonna stand forever, and that New Testament ain't a poot in the wind. Now I just proved beyond the shadow of doubt what the New Testament said about circumcision. So that let you know that book ain't a fart in the windstorm. If you got any sense. But if you've been brainwashed, bamboozled, and hoodwinked, you're gonna think that the New Testament line up with the Old Testament. You brainwashed. Now we're gonna serve the Most High, and the Almighty words ain't gonna fail. Okay, let me see. Let's go to Jeremiah, chapter 22. Jeremiah 4 and 22.
Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish.
Yeah, my people foolish, because anytime they tell you that you ain't got to be circumcised, you foolish. Those people in the New Testament is foolish. And the Hebrew Israelites, I mean the Christians, the Christians, the Muslims, and the Messianic is foolish. Talking about y'all. Read.
They have not known me.
Because if you known Yahweh, you would get circumcised. You wouldn't listen to what Paul just said in the New Testament about don't get circumcised. Read.
They are sottish children.
That means you are stupid. Because anytime you believe in the New Testament, you stupid.
And they have none understanding.
They ain't got no understanding about this book, because they'll tell you that you ain't got to be circumcised over in the New Testament. So we know that's a lie. Read.
They are wise to do evil.
They are wise to not get circumcised.
But to do good they have no knowledge.
But to get circumcised, they ain't got no knowledge about that. They talking about I'm too old. I ain't gonna get that done. It's gonna hurt and all that old man. All them excuses. Okay, go to Hosea 4 and 6. Hosea 4 and 6. Okay.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. You're going to be destroyed for not knowing. That's what this is saying right here, for the lack of knowledge. Because I'm trying to tell you, you have to be circumcised, and you're going to be destroyed if you don't get it did. Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because when people like me tell you that you got to be circumcised, you reject that. You don't want to hear nothing about that. Read.
I will also reject thee.
And the Almighty say He going to reject you for not being circumcised or keeping His laws in any kind of way.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
You ain't going to be holy to Yahweh. That's what this saying. The priest mean holy.
Saying thou hast forgotten the law of thy Elohim.
And that's one of Yahweh's laws, is to be circumcised. So anytime a man don't get it did or get circumcised, you have forgotten the law. Read.
I will also forget thy children.
And He gonna forget your children. Gonna make your children pay. Gonna punish them. Why? Because you forgot His law. You forgot to get circumcised. Read.
As they were increased.
That's all over. Yeah. Read. They can read.
So they sin against me.
As they got bigger and older and crazy, they sin against the Most High, because they think they know everything and don't know nothing.
Therefore will I change their glory into shame.
And He gonna change your glory into shame one day. on His watch. Most High Yahweh gonna do that. So I wanted to prove today about the circumcision, and I hate I couldn't go live today, and only because my internet was down. But hopefully next week it'll be up running. So like I said, I'll be live from 12, either around 12 or 1. I get started around that time, around 12 or 1, and we can have a session about Yahweh next week. But I just wanted to get that point across about circumcision. But I'm going to get ready to close out. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. And I'll see y'all next week live, hopefully, if my internet be up and running. Shalom.